Hey everybody, this is Beth Boucher from Inspiring Young Learners, and welcome to day 2 of our 5-day back to school challenge. I wanted to put this together so that you can get motivated to get back to school this year. I know we're all pretty tired still and hoping for a couple more days of summer. Hopefully you have a couple more days or a couple more weeks even. But I know that if you can do a few things a little bit every day, you can really make it a great school year and be really prepared for going back to school. So I'm trying to screen share today. First time I've done this on Facebook, so there might be a few glitches. Let me see if it is working out. Here we go. Welcome, welcome. If you are here today, go ahead and say hi in the comments so I can see. A little bit every day. There we go. We don't really make it a great school year. All right, I can see the comments. So yes, go ahead and say hi. Thank you to everybody who joined yesterday and rewatched the replay and posted some of the things that you've been doing. Go ahead and if you want to just in the image from yesterday that says day 1, creating a welcoming environment, if you don't have the time to take a picture and upload that, go ahead and just put in the comments what you're working on or what challenge you're working on, even if you don't get it all done. So I don't want you to be out of the giveaway because I know life gets busy. So if you're just doing one of the activities or all of them, go ahead and just write that in there or give me an emoji and you can be entered to win the grand prize of equipping ELLs, which is a 1-year membership for teachers of ELLs. And I'll be sharing more about that soon. But today we're going to be talking about setting up your communication center. Okay. And the reason I want to share this is because I have found this to be one of the most valuable pieces that I've learned lately that has helped me save time, stay focused, and really just be able to work with others and clearly communicate what's going on. This is something I've been using in my business. And I recently, a couple weeks ago, I shared this with members of Equipping ELLs, and they were super excited about it and see that it can be really helpful for their school year. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey, Michelle. Let's see. Hey, Kelly. Welcome, everybody. So here's why I want to share this with you. Because a new survey has come out, and it says that on average, people waste 38 minutes searching for one document. 38 minutes. We don't have time. We have no time to spare. And I am so guilty of spending those 38 minutes searching for one document or, going to a website and going to my Google Drive and then thinking, what was I looking for again? And getting distracted. Or getting on, Facebook to do something specific and then going, what was I doing again? And just getting distracted. And so I am definitely in that category of spending a lot of time searching for files, searching for, ways to communicate. And so I think this is a really streamlined process that's going to help you communicate with your homeroom teachers, communicate with parents, and those are really important things. So if you look on your bingo challenge board, good morning, Joanna. If you look there, the first box for today says to sign up for a free Airtable account at airtable.com. Okay, that's a very easy one to do, and I promise this is going to really change your year. Then you can add this space to your account. So let me give you a little background. Like I said, it's 7 o'clock here. I'm on PST time, so I'm still downing the coffee. So what is Airtable? Airtable is a cloud-based Excel. Now, if you're like me, I'm a visual learner, and so Excel is the opposite of visual learners, and it's, for me, like seeing rows and rows of cells is probably the worst thing I want to look at, and I don't want to look at it. So I don't like to use Excel. Well, a couple years ago, somebody brought this to my attention, this Airtable, where it's Excel, but it's pretty and it's really easy to use. You don't have to know how to do formulas or anything like that. So easy and pretty, double win for me. So first, today's challenge, set up an Airtable account, and I'm going to show you why this is so important. Second, you can then add in this base that I created for you. And I'm going to be adding more things to this, but I just wanted to quickly go over and show you why I think this is really transformative, okay? So why this will help you is one, this can help you keep everything in one place. Okay, that helps us eliminate all those other distractions when we go into our email to find something and then we get distracted. Or we go into our Google Drive. I store a lot of things in Google Drive, but Google Drive is not the easiest system to keep organized and to find things. So you can hyperlink things and keep everything in one place. So for myself, every day when I sit down, I start here at Airtable. I have a to-do list, I have my goals, I have my focus, where I need to go, and the same, you can do the same thing. You can have your lesson plans here. For me, the biggest thing I can see that you can use this to help support you is to, one, create a student database. So this is something that you can share with the teachers you're working with. And just to let you know that when I share this with you, that is then your copy of it. I don't have access to it. Nobody else has access to it. So, worrying about student confidentiality, don't worry. It's just for you. Nobody else can see it. But having a student database, we know that working with homeroom teachers, it's really hard sometimes to find that time to connect with them, to communicate about the needs of your ELLs, to give them some of that background that, you're spending a lot of time building those relationships. And so you have insight that you can give them. But it's not always easy to find that time to sit down, connect, and share that with them. And so having a student-centered database is really a quick way that you can refer to that and tell those homeroom teachers, hey, look here, I'm going to be updating this. So something as simple as having student name, the homeroom teacher name. What I love about this is you can just drop down and you can click, and it's colorful and it's pretty and it can save you time. Having the RETA scores in here, having goals in here. And this is where I think there could be a lot of power, is when you and the homeroom teachers can work together and have this database that you constantly refer back to, so you're not having to get distracted and go look in an email. And we know in emails, things get lost all the time. And so we can just go back to this, refer to this. Okay, what interventions are we using for this student? What are you going to be doing in the classroom to support their language goals? What am I going to be doing? It helps you have that common foundation and language without having to have all of these meetings, because we know we don't have a lot of extra time. So this is a place that teachers can go back to, they can refer to, they can see what is going on, what are we doing to help these students, what are their goals. It helps you have a communication log, so you can have that interaction here. You can say, what is it again what intervention should I be working on? Or can we have a quick meeting to go over this? It helps you save time so that when you get to meet, you already are on the same page. You're not then starting from scratch and saying, okay, here is our student that we're talking about today. He is working on this language goal, and spending 10 minutes just telling the teachers what's going on. This helps you have a common place that the teachers then can be accountable for checking. Okay, again, I want to help you take off some of those burdens that you have on you as being, if you're an ESL specialist. I know a lot of times I was a homeroom teacher, and it's kind of placed on you to do all the differentiation, all the modification, and to really teach the teachers what is going on with those students. So having this system helps them be accountable as well. You can just direct them and say, hey, check out the student database and find your students. Or you could do it by class. So the first thing that I think you can do, and would be really helpful to do this now before school starts, is to set up a system and have that student database. Get those language scores in there. You can play around. The beauty of this website is, one, it's free, and two, it's very easy to use. So that's number one, is to create a student database. Number two is to connect and hyperlink your folder. So like I said, at the beginning here, 38 minutes is spent looking for one file on average. So we are distracted people, and we can be disorganized people. I am so guilty of that. So setting this up and hyperlinking your folders. Here you can have like your weekly lesson plans, having it all in one place, and then you can hyperlink to, maybe you have a digital slides that you are working on, or a YouTube video. Having everything in one place, I promise you this has been life-changing for me. So that is why I want to share it with you, because it has streamlined my process and I've saved a lot of time. And I know teachers, you guys need more time, and you don't need to waste more time. So this is a way that you can help do that. Let me see who's here today. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Chica. All right, Helen, I'm glad you found us. I know Facebook sometimes hides things and hides videos. I don't know why. Make sure in the group, if you go to like the hamburger, the 3 lines, I think if you put notify me, then it will show you when I go live, or it will show you with updates. So make sure you do that. So connecting and hyperlinking things. So let's say you want to have a database to help your homeroom teachers have some tools to support their ELLs. And guess what? This is yours. I'm going to give this to you, access to this. It's already in the back to school bingo board. When you click on that, you create a free Airtable account. You click on this square, it will give you this space. And in this space, the first thing is these resources to support ELLs. And so here you can share this with homeroom teachers or other teachers in your school, and they can download those files right here. So that newcomer welcome kit that I shared about yesterday in the challenge is right here. You can download that, set it up, use it. There's a bunch of guides to help you getting started with ELLs. You can check these out, but please feel free to share them with homeroom teachers in your school that need that extra support of how to work with ELLs and help support them. I don't recommend to share them all at once because we know what happens and we get overwhelmed. We don't look at them. So, even having once a week, maybe you can do a quick meeting and pull out some of the key points of these and then give them to your teachers to look at on their own. Something that I would bring up and something to start with right now is this to translate or not. This is a pretty powerful tool to give to the homeroom teachers, because a big thing I hear when they are working with newcomers is that they think they, 1, need to speak Spanish, which they don't, and 2, they need to translate everything, which they don't. And so here is just a chart for them to kind of have a little bit of an understanding of when is it appropriate to translate things and when is it not appropriate. So these things are available to you in the base, but here are just some things that I've already set up, and then you can look at them and you can add whatever you want and make it your own. Tip number 3 for why you should set this up and the power behind having a communication system is to just track that parent communication log. And so, writing the student's name down, the date of contact. Here I already have some things, a form of contact. So if you call them, if you email them, if you have an in-person meeting with them, just keeping that data so you have that ready and available. If you have next steps that you need to do, having it all in one place. I really want to help you save time. And I know many times when I would have teachers or administrators, follow up with something with a student and say, hey, have you talked to their parents at all? What steps have you taken? And I would have to go back and try to search and find the emails or, find the sticky note that I wrote somewhere that got lost. And it was really stressful. Or going into RTI meetings and not really having a clear plan of what you've been working on. This could help you streamline that. So keeping all that student data in one place. Tip number 2 is connecting and hyperlinking your folders. So if I go back here to the student support communication log, I'm going pretty quick. So if you guys are interested, I can go slower and do a more in-depth one for those people who want to set up a system and a communication system. I can do that. But what you could do is once you have the students' names in here, so let's say we have Julio, you can attach a folder to your Google Drive. So you could keep things in Google Drive still, but you can just create a link. So if you go here and you add, where do we go here? URL, then you can just upload and connect that student's folder in your Google Drive. So why do I say that? Because then it saves you time. Then you don't have to go into Google Drive, search for that student, try to find their files, keep it all in one folder. So you can go right here to Airtable. You can say, okay, hey, Julio, this was a great report that you did. Let's take some pictures of it. Let's put it in your portfolio. Let's keep everything in one place. That is going to be so helpful when it comes to open house time, parent conferences, to have everything in one place. So again, our 3 ways that you could use the system is 1, as a student database. really finding a way to connect with the homeroom teachers, help them be accountable for supporting those ELL students in the classroom. Number 2 is connecting and hyperlinking your files. So you, again, go to one place first, and then you can find your files from there instead of getting lost in the abyss of Google Drive. And then number 3 is to keep track of parent communication or data so that you're prepared and ready for RTI meetings and other types of things like that. So this is a game changer in my life. I hope you find it helpful as well. Again, this is free. You can go sign up for it at airtable.com. You can grab this base that I'm showing you right here. You can get that when you click on the square after you've signed up for your free account. There is an option to upgrade. I have used this for 2 years and I have not upgraded yet. So really, I don't find that you need to upgrade. Let's look at the other challenges for today. The second one is to then create that student database. So get some of that information in here now. Like I said, you know your students. You're learning, in a classroom. If you're a homeroom teacher, you have 25 students. It takes the homeroom teacher a long time to really personally get to know and build those relationships with the students. So as the ESL teacher, if you have those small group times that you're working and you're getting to know those students, you learn that Julio really loves dogs. You could take notes of that so that the homeroom teacher now can find a way to connect with Julio as well. Or you find that, Cynthia is having, their family is having some issues. And so just for the homeroom teacher to be sensitive about some of those things, that is so helpful for the homeroom teachers to know how to support those students. And then for you to just be able to put that in a communication log. So you don't have to be reminded, oh, I need to go make sure I go talk to this teacher or set up a meeting. We don't have that much extra time. So start here and then you can work off of that. So that's the second challenge for today. And then the third challenge is to choose a platform to easily communicate with ELL parents. So if your school does not have one set up yet, I highly recommend going to your principal and saying, hey, we need to get something set up. I love Talking Points. I think it's one of the best ones out there. For your privacy, for your student's privacy, but in a way that you can connect and talk with them in their native language. They have so many languages that can be translated into. So I would start with Talking Points, but go and check that out. Encourage your principal to set up a communication system where you can connect with the parents in their native language so that they feel connected to your school. They know what's going on. I know that as a parent of my daughters, when we're in Panama and the school is all in Spanish and I'm a second language parent, even I know Spanish pretty well, but as a parent, you're kind of always second guessing if you are understanding correctly, what the teacher's asking to do, when you're supposed to bring in different projects, or what's the expectation of the students, all those types of things. When it's not your native language, it can feel really intimidating and you always kind of second guess yourself. So the more that we can do to help our parents feel connected and to understand in their native language what's going on, the more involved they're going to be, the more supportive they're going to be, the more able they're going to be able to help at home and just help support what's going on in the classroom. And we know when there's a strong homeschool connection, a lot of great things can happen. So let me know if you want to set this up and you want me to go slower and we can talk it through and share ideas of how you're using this. But those are 3 challenges for today. There's going to be the day 2 picture will be posted in the Facebook group. I said earlier, if you don't have time to snap a picture and upload it, I know sometimes Facebook can be kind of annoying with uploading things. Go ahead, just leave an emoji of the ones that you're doing, or leave, just let me know, hey, I set up an Airtable account, and we will put your names in the drawing for the giveaway that will happen on Sunday. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about prepping our lesson plans for supporting ELLs. If you have any questions, please let me know. Also, just to let you know that today is the TPT site-wide sale, so that means you can take 25% off everything in my store. That means even the year-long bundles, the mega bundles, the ultimate bundles, lots of bundles. Go ahead, you can shop those for today and tomorrow and use the code BTS21 to take 25% off. It's a great time to get ready for back to school and get that curriculum set up now. So if you have questions or you're looking for a specific resource, let me know. Just, tell me a little bit about what your school year is going to look like, and I can help point you in the direction of a resource that could help you make your life a little bit easier this year. So thank you guys so much. Kelly says that they use Class Dojo, which works well too. Excellent. Yes. So find something you can use, school wide. That's why I say go to your principal. If you don't have something set up yet, find a way you can communicate. There are a lot of apps out there, a lot of websites. Find something that if it can translate. Does Class Dojo translate now? I'm not sure if they do. They didn't when I used to use it. But that would be awesome if they did. So finding that way that you can streamline the process and have things that you send home already translated so that those parents understand and can connect with the school. So thank you guys so much. Have a great Tuesday, and I will be back here tomorrow. Same time, same place, and we'll be talking about lesson planning. So thanks, everybody. Have a great